Hello guys, well here's something a little bit different from me, a knitting and crochet video. Who would have thought? So I had a little bit of extra time today, so I thought why not sit down and show you some of my knitting and crochet projects, because that's what I do as well as the stitching, so it's nice to just get them out of the cupboard and do a little knitting and crochet parade. So I don't have much, I've only got a few things to show you. I know some of you are really into the knitting and the cross stitch as well, so it's nice to kind of show that stuff. And whilst it's often not as popular, I think, on FlossTube as the stitching videos, but it's still, I think it's still nice to show people what sort of crafts you're doing, you know, because we all do so many things. None of us just sit and do one thing. I've noticed many of us do diamond painting, normal painting, crochet, knitting, macrame, all sorts of things. So it's nice to just see what people are doing. Yeah, I wanted to come on and show you one of the projects that I started very recently, just like a couple of days ago, actually about a week ago. And it's called, I have a printout here and I'll put it up on the screen as well. This is a free pattern which you can get on Ravelry. Oh yeah, it's called the Lisbeth pattern, and I have this yarn which I got from Hobbycraft. How can I hold it up? I got this yarn from Hobbycraft and it's just an acrylic. And they say it's Aran weight, but that kind of confuses me, because when they say Aran weight, what does that mean exactly? I don't know. However, it's quite thick. It's not chunky thick or super thick, but it's a little bit thicker than, I don't know, DK, or I don't know what the terms are in the US, but I think we use double knitting in the UK. Is that worsted? Not too sure, but double knitting in the UK is a little bit thinner than this one, so this one's kind of good for blankets and throws and that kind of thing. I had this large ball and I had another small ball, and I thought, what pattern can I do? Maybe I can do a throw. So this pattern is for, actually I think it was for a baby blanket size, so I tried to increase the amount of stitches so that I could get a decent size for a throw. And I think I might have gone a bit crazy and added too many stitches now, so it's kind of turning into a blanket. So the light has been awful today in this room. It's been changing, it's been getting darker and brighter. But let's see how I can hold this up just to show you a little bit of what I've got done here. So there's a corner of it, that's the kind of the repeating pattern. And yeah, it's going all the way along to infinity and beyond. I think actually I have very likely added too many stitches at the end of this, but I've got so far into it now, I don't care. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going with it and until I finish it. So I'm going to be doing, I've been doing this one every day so far, so I'm really enjoying it. Where is my camera pointing at? Oh, it's up there. I'm getting so confused because I'm looking at a red light, but that's not facing the camera. Okay, so that's the Lisbeth blanket apparently. So let me put it away. Do you know, it's such a nightmare trying to keep this stuff away from the cat. I think she's kind of gotten used to now. She's kind of gotten used to knowing that it's not the thing that she should be touching, that she should not be touching the knitting, she should not be touching anything that's to do with my crafts. She kind of knows that I get super annoyed. So kind of hiss at her, you know, like cats hiss at each other. And she just, you know, very early on when we got her a year ago, I made it abundantly clear that it was a no-go to get into my bags of knitting, my bags of yarn and everything else. And yeah, she kind of knows that now. But let's see, let's go on to another one that I have been working on. So this is called, actually I'm going to go over to another blanket. Look at this cute bag. This is another bag that I got, I think, from Hobbycraft. I don't think Hobbycraft is a store in the US, is it? I think it's just a UK store. I think your alternative store is it Hobby Lobby something like that, which is kind of similar. Okay, so here what I have, I love this. Did it come with a free pattern? No, it didn't come. Sometimes on these little labels they give you a free pattern and stuff on some of the patterns that you buy. But what I have here, apart from a lot of little plastic cable needles in my bag, this is called, oh, this was a nightmare to do. This was the Lover's Knot Afghan, apparently that's what it's called. And I had to literally write the whole pattern out myself in a spreadsheet so that I could actually follow it along, because the actual pattern that you get for this was so basic I couldn't understand. I couldn't follow it basically. So let's see, here is what I've got done here. This is beautiful. Have I got the right side? No. So again, I'm working on circulars, so I don't want to make a mess of this. So it's called the Lover's Knot Afghan, and there you can see, I can't see what I'm showing you, but again it's fairly long, probably not going to be as long as the one I've just started. And it's got all different types of cables. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but it's not a TV viewing pattern. It's definitely not a TV viewing pattern. So it's one of those patterns that you want to bring out and work on, but you have to have sort of the mental energy and the mental scope for it, because otherwise, honestly, it just gives you a headache. I just want to have a look here to see, what did I write down? Okay, so it's 60 inches long, should be 60 inches long. And yeah, I basically written the whole pattern on here so that I could follow along. Sorry again, my camera just keeps driving me mad today. Okay. Oh yes, and the yarn I'm using is that Heartland. I do apologise for such a disastrous first video, honestly. Please forgive me. Okay, yeah, so the original pattern here, the original pattern there, was like a simple one-page instruction like this. It's a free pattern, so it's okay if I hold it up. It's a simple one-page instruction. So I literally had to go and write down the whole lot. I had to write it all again so that I could understand what it was trying to tell me to do, because it was just, the pattern is written in such a basic way. It tells you what to do, but you can't follow it along. It says, do this pattern, and then that particular section has got 12 rows of something, then do pattern B, and that particular section has got another 12 rows of something else. And so you want those written out so that you can follow along. So I've kind of written it all out, and then I've got in the red the repeat sections. So I do the start from there and I go along the row, and then I repeat this however many number of times, and then I finish. Then I go to the next row, and then I repeat the red however many times. I think it's 5 times, and then go to the end. So that's really something difficult to keep in your, on your notes. I don't want to lose. This is Heartland Lion brand yarn. Yeah, it's made in the US. I think I got it on Amazon. It's super soft. It's really soft. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a medium 4 weight. Is the 4 a weight? I'm just rubbish with these things. You know what? I'm just the person that goes in, looks at the yarn, squeezes it, likes it, buys it. Don't really pay attention to the details until I have to. When I have to pay attention, I have to pay attention. Okay, let's try a different thing now. This project is cute shawl. Oh yes, the Lion brand one I just showed you is free, so you can go onto their website, you can download it. But bit of an intermediate one, that one. This one, I've got all my rows, which I kind of knock off as I go. This pattern, I'm not going to show you the actual pattern. Where's the picture? This is gorgeous actually. Now there's a proper skein, isn't there? This is called by Craftsy, 100% cotton, number 3 DK, Cloudborn. So it's called Cloudborn, and it's a gorgeous, if you can see in the light there, it's a gorgeous silky green, silky sort of green. I like this one. And this was a kit actually. This was a kit. So what you do is you get some tapestry needles, you get, I think it's 3 of these gorgeous skeins, which beautiful, matching my nail polish. I think it's a bit of a green in my nail polish. And you get the needles, and I think I will tell you where you can get this from if I remember. And now I'm looking for the pattern instructions, so that you get the instructions which are already printed out. There we are, and that's what it looks like. Okay, there's a glare, so I'm going to try and take it out of the... See, I like to be organized and get things. Is that good? So, oh, Eastival shawl pattern. Now if I flip my video, that's going to look backwards to you, so hopefully I don't have to flip my video. And here it tells you what it is you get, all the things that come with the patterns. You get those little markers, needles, 3 skeins included in the box, cotton, knitting needles. You get everything. I can't remember how much it cost me now, but it was, I think, a birthday gift or a Christmas gift from my husband, probably last October it would have been then. And I have these, oh, it's just lovely and silky feel to it. That's where I am. The needles are not very big, they're quite small. It does need a good blocking or stretching or whatever once it's done. But yeah, I think it's a gorgeous colour. I really love the colour. Trying to get up closer so that you can actually see what the weave looks like. It's quite big holes in that. So that's probably more of a summer, spring. Should have had this finished by now so that I could wear it. But no, that's not going to happen, is it? So I'll put that back, and yeah, I think I might work on this one again tonight, because I did a little bit the other day. So where did I get this from? I think I got this from Lovecraft's. Was it Lovecraft's website? But hey, all you need to do is to go to myblueprints.com, Eastival shawl, and I'll leave a link down below. I'll leave a link down below to all of these patterns so you can go and find them if you so wish. One day I'll come back and show you some progress on these, or I'll come back and show you something's been finished. Oh my god, could you believe it? Can you believe that I might actually finish something? Now, I am knitting 2 sweaters, sort of, but one of them I can't find. I don't know where I've put it. So let's show you this one. This is just some type of cotton yarn. Again, very soft. It's a sort of muted grey. Where can I best show you? There. And I knit everything on circular needles. It doesn't matter whether it's a circular thing or not. So this is going to be like a ribbed jumper, actually. Thought I was going to do a cardigan, but no, I've changed my mind. I'm doing well, it's jumper in the UK, and I think it's called a sweater in the US, and it's just a very simple rib. But it is so stretchy and so soft, and it's going to be a really nice sort of big, you know, not too oversized, but I kind of like the 3 colors combined. So I'm using 3 different colors for this. So it's a grey, a white, and a sort of denim jean blue color. Love it. I'm not very good at knitting sweaters or jumpers, never done it before really. I've done cardigans, I think, but I've not in crochet, but I've never actually knitted a jumper or a sweater. It's called a mock rib color block jumper. Again, I'll put the link at the bottom, and I'll put up a picture if I find one. And it's by Knitcraft. And this is not the yarn that they're recommending. This is one I have myself, which again I'll put down in the I think it's just a cotton, not fingering weight, but not far off. And that's that one. So if you're wondering whether I rotate these things like I do with my stitching, no, I just pick one out when I'm in the mood, or I even remember that I have it. And then I just work on it a little bit. But of course, when I'm mostly trying to get some kind of stitching goal done, I don't get as much knitting or crochet done. So those have all been knitted projects, haven't they, actually? Do I have any crochet one? Do I have any crochet one to show you? Sorry, I keep forgetting the microphone's here and I'm talking over there. Yeah, I do. So this one I also started, I think, in December. This is called Crochet Textured Throw. I think these are all free. This is a Yarnspirations pattern, and I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. I'm pretty sure it was a free one. And yeah, it's crochet. And I had this gorgeous ball of yarn. Look at that colour with the little flecks. This is called Aran. This is called like an Aran Fleck Tweed. And I think I got this on Amazon. And again, I'll put a link below to where you can find this. And I thought it was a beautiful colour. I think this one was called Denim. I'm not 100% sure. But it's gorgeous. I just love yeah. There in the light you can see. I love the colour of this. And I've got like got two large balls of it. See, I'm the type of person that I go and buy the yarn, and then I think, what can I do with this? I never actually get a pattern and follow what it says in the pattern about the yarn. I just go and buy the yarn first, and then I say, oh, is there a pattern that I can do with this? So that's kind of the way I roll with these things. Let's have a look. Lost my crochet hook, but that's okay. I've got loads of them. Have you noticed how it doesn't really matter if you lose a couple of crochet stitches compared to the knitting ones? So there is how it looks. Again, another one that looks sort of full of holes. So this is basically trebles, doubles, and yeah, that's it, I think. Doubles and trebles, and back post, if you know what back post means, back post stitches, or front post. Is it front post or back post? See, I can't remember. That's the thing, when you put down a project for a while, you go back, you can't remember how to do it. So it says here, DC, yeah, I know that's double crochet. Skip next DC, TR treble, yeah, in front of the last TR made, so it's like a front post. So these ones here, the ones that are kind of crossing over like this one, they're front post stitches. So there we are. That's a gorgeous denim. So I'm thinking of this. This is basically just like a throw. So this is just going to go, you know, there on top of my couch. I think it kind of suits. Or even on a big armchair that I have on the other corner. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. So there's no saying that I'm going to get any of these done within the next decade, but you never know, I might surprise you. And if you're interested in seeing my progress at all, I may come back and do another video and show you some progress. I am just not very good at being on top of everything in terms of knitting and crochet and everything else. It's all just a little bit scatty at the moment, but c'est la vie. We do try. So there you have it. If I left out any really important information, please let me know, and if you've got any questions about my projects, I'll put it down. Just ask me in the comments and I'll reply. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This was just a very sweet, cheap and cheerful video just to show you what I'm doing, and hopefully it wasn't too bad. And let me know if you'd like me to come back and do a bit of an update for you when I progress with any of these, because that would also be nice to go along with my stitch with me. So why not do all the things, you know? I'm not going to stop stitching though, because I love my stitching, but I do love my knitting and crochet as well. So, oh my goodness, trying to find the time for everything is pretty daunting. So that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. Don't have any plans as yet, but my son has got a dental appointment very soon, so I have to get him out of the door with his teeth brushed so he can go to that. And I'm going to settle down later and do some stitching, I think, and then maybe carry on with one of these projects, I think. So yeah, have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.